So, another day, another deeply insulting and absolutely disgraceful video of someone speaking about Europeans, in this case, the Irish, in a way that no one could ever speak about any other ethnicity, because they would instantly be publicly chastised and ostracized from society. Yet, when it's about Europeans, it's acceptable. Just take a listen to this woman in Ireland complain that there are too many Irish people.
I was shocked, but I also really wasn't surprised. Throughout my Irish education, I never had a teacher who looked like me, but I developed the biggest pet peeve for when people decide to blame it on Gaeilge. I can tell you now that Gaeilge is definitely a barrier for people from ethnic minority backgrounds for getting into teaching, but it is not the biggest barrier, in my opinion. Because if it was, there would definitely be more ethnic minorities doing secondary school teaching because there's no Gaeilge requirement there, but the numbers are just as low as they are in primary school teaching. I definitely think one of the issues is representation. The curriculum has only become so diverse in the recent years, and also all of the teachers that children, teenagers are seeing are all white. But also a lot of the treatment of students from ethnic minority backgrounds in education is kind of appalling. So a lot of students from these backgrounds do not want to become teachers because they've had a lot of negative experience with teachers in their life. There's definitely still a lot of unconscious bias from primary school teachers, secondary school teachers, and even in higher education from lecturers. And I definitely will always believe that the diversity of the classroom should definitely reflect in the teaching force. Children should be able to see themselves in their teacher and have relatable experiences. And in order to do this, you need to better the treatment of your migrant/ethnic minority students in your classrooms. And again, this falls into anti-bias and anti-racism training, but also following accounts that help.
So basically, she feels uncomfortable because she's living in a foreign country. And her solution? Not to move back home, where she would most certainly be more comfortable, but to instead advocate that Ireland be flooded with more immigration, lose its national identity and cultural unity, just so it can look more like her home country, and she can be more comfortable there. No care for how the Irish would feel about their home being transformed so radically. So not only is that absurdly selfish and bizarre logic, but it's also highly insidious. If a European moved to Africa and started talking like this about Africans, they'd be called a racist. So my only question goes to the leftist morons watching this video. How is this woman not also a racist?